Hello, welcome to the Reframing Mindset podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity to practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day.
Okay, welcome back to the Frame Master Podcast. My name is Concept Books, and in this episode, we talk about basically end of December 2023 update. Mm-hmm. We're made to the end of another year. A lot of progress is made. Yeah, so I'm actually ending the year feeling a bit sick with actual mind or back pains, bro. I'm actually getting out of out of prime, out of prime. It's like you have to actually do things to actually keep your health. Yes, you're not getting any younger, and it's really sad. And the thing about it is that I have to push on, but if you don't push on, then you lose. Then how just as how hard it was to actually gain the things that you gain, you can lose it a lot quicker. It's like, bruh, it's really sad. It's really sad. Like, can't believe actually go on and try to push through these phases of life. And the thing about this phase of life is that nothing is going according to plan, bro. There's so many things going wrong. There's so many things going wrong. And it's like, so many things going wrong. It would be like, but you have to just keep going. So basically, end of 2023, still employed. Yeah, so I'm actually grateful for that. Fixed up the resume, so it's actually pretty updated. And what happened was that I actually get someone to actually assist him to actually update the resume to make it more suitable for the employer and stuff. But what I'm going to actually do maybe in 2024 is looking how to actually create it myself. So I got the template based on how this person did it. So maybe in the next year, God's willing, actually look into how to do it better myself. Because what happens is that if I know how to do it now, going forward, that's a skill in the bag that I don't really have to worry about anymore. of going and trying to pay somebody to actually do a resume and stuff like that. Yeah, so just fix it up and just deal with it. So yeah. Ah, what else have I learned this year? That a job can really unlock a lot of things. A lot of things. Like bank bank accounts, health insurance, all those stuff. Like so it's like the best you know that there's things that the job can unlock so that when you go in there you can actually make the most of it because there's more than the money that you can get from the work because of the different people that you are different roles that you can have in the work. So like for example the HR, HR, they can have a lot of negative connotations, but they can do a lot of positive things like create job letters and all those stuff too, so that you can open bank accounts and all those stuff. So it's like it's important to actually learn about all the non-money stuff that a job can provide, so that you learn how to actually get the best job for you. Mm, yeah, and actually make the most of the job. hmm Next thing is, bro, like you know, health insurance and stuff like that. Never is one of those things that I actually look into trying to get. Stuff I don't know if I'll get it, but the thing about it is that I'm not getting any younger. I'm not getting any younger, and it's like um natural body health and all those stuff that will get me only so far. So I have to actually have ways to actually invest in keeping myself healthy outside of the natural body health because I can actually feel it already. But it's not getting younger, so it's like basic stuff is not a luxury anymore. I have to actually do active things to actually keep the body healthy so that it's healthy for a longer period. Mhm. Yeah. The next thing um is this year a lot of purchases was done where purchases that were way out of my reach way back when. That's back when I was younger. You'd watch all these advertisements of things that you could never get. Either because you don't have the money or you don't have them, or not only that, to actually get it to where you live is really expensive. But thanks to a lot of advancements and networking, thanks to people, someone that I actually knew that actually put in the work and get his business up. A lot of international stuff that I could not bought. I actually bought it. Yeah, yeah. So that was actually good, and the fact that I could actually do more purchases again because I have a job and income. Yeah. So going to 2024, a lot of that can happen. Ideally, but ideally, I want to retire, but life is not. It's not actually working out like that because ideally, what I want is the ability. So in my first year of home ownership, I have the ability to just stay home and just chill, do what I need to do, and then just chill for the rest of the day and not worry about anything. But now when I'm working, bro, I like this new work. Sometimes only 1 day off, and then sometimes only basically like 2 day off. And it's like, you get the home, but you're not even getting to enjoy it, bro. You're getting to enjoy it. That's the downside of this phase, where you have to actually put in the work to actually keep the home. But because you're putting in the work, you're not still getting time to actually enjoy the home, bro. You're not still get time to actually enjoy the home. It's a really sad, it's a really sad phase. Yeah. Um. What else is building wealth is a team effort. Like you can't just go out and just say you're going to build wealth yourself. You need actual people that can assist you on the journey. And that's something that you need to learn as well. You need people that can assist you on the journey while you actually work on yourself so that you can assist them in ways as well. Because you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. But it's actually finding the right people that is the thing. And so you have to actually find out what is your well built in strategy and then try to find people that is able to assist you in getting those different different goals completed so that you can start on your wealth building journey. Because when you find the right people, you can start compounding it real quick. Next thing is career development is programs are actually important. That's something I actually learned is that it's good to actually, ideally if I um make it to my ideal job, me knowing the journey to get into that ideal job is really valuable to someone else that is actually on this journey as well, trying to reach their ideal job and knowing that okay, all they have to do is just this, and you reach there. That would actually save you a lot of time. So like there's those career development stuff that people usually do or advertise. Anyways, I would actually recommend it because it will save you a lot of time. But this phase is not really career driven for me. I just want to be able to rest, to sleep and chill and enjoy the space that I'm in. That's what I want. Career career is not the thing right now. I just want to with this work I just want to rest. But eventually you never know. But yeah, this phase I just want to rest, bro. Because I'm not getting any rest. Next thing is yeah, by recording this episode, the second year of home ownership was successful, bro. Uh a tropical storm came, survived the storm. So it's like and they survived the rain season. So the roof was actually pretty solid in actually keeping the roof pretty solid. Yeah. But unfortunately issues with the bathroom. Oh, so it's like it's not cheap. Life is not getting any cheaper, bro. It's not getting any cheaper. And it's not getting any easier. It's not getting any easier at all. Mm, yeah. Next thing is basically like so what this new work has actually been able to do is I'm losing weight a lot faster. So I'm basically like 180 pounds or 80 something pound right now. Yeah. Mm, But if I continue to do this work, I'll lose weight a lot faster. So I want to just be able to eat a lot of proteins and stuff so actually I can maintain this weight, ideal weight. That's ideal what I want to do, and just chill at this weight for now, so that I could reach my ideal weight in this new year. Mm, yeah. Next thing is I actually bought a new phone, a phone that is really close to the latest phone of this brand. It's like, yeah, I'm actually getting closer to the future as well. Ideally, I want to purchase. In the 2024, I will want to purchase the latest one and stuff. But the thing about it is, that I'm feeling so exhausted from 2023. I don't even know how 2024 went. But I was feeling excited about what is possible 2024. But it's like I'm feeling exhausted and feeling like I don't even know how long I'm going to even last. Cause it's not getting easier, bro. It's not getting easier at all. Mm, yeah. So, but me to end the year, what happened also was the company gave me, who gave so the Christmas celebration. Ideally, I did not get the ideal Christmas celebration that I want, but the company gave me cake and cream, rum, and I actually get to place the lights that I bought from the previous year up. Yeah, so ah, I can't complain, and I guess this is the phase of life, being a or be a bachelor. This phase of life is the bachelor life, and the thing about it is that to maintain this lifestyle is not easy because you have to actually do things for yourself, and then you have to plan and all those stuff. And I was a very lazy person. So it's like I have to actually be actively going out and doing all these stuff They're so unnatural for me. And unfortunately, this year, my grandmother has passed. And the thing about it is that, back in, you know, the good thing about having a grandmother was that you could always rely on her. But now I'm on this phase now where I basically have to just push through and push through on my own. Yeah, I don't have that luxury anymore. So it's like it 2023 has really been uh a sad year. A sad year indeed. Mm, yeah. Well, but also as well, since you listen to the podcast, it might as well tell you about the stats from this year as well. Mm. And this, you listen to me talking right now, it feels very boring. This, yeah, this episode feels very boring because of how chill I'm speaking right now. Because I feel so sick. I feel so sick, bro. Like feel so sick that I don't even know how I'm going to push forward. That's how sick I feel, bro. That's how sick I feel that I don't even know how I'm going to push forward. I don't even know how I lasted this long. That's how sick I feel. I don't even know how I lasted this long. I know and stuff. But yeah, but this year again, the podcast was streaming 8 countries. Jamaica was the top country. Yeah, and they talk about some various podcast genre, which was the people that listen to it most. Genre they listen to the most is education, business, and comedy. So yeah, hmm yeah. So there's not really much, much. Yeah. So I guess from this year for the podcast this year we have 9% more stream this year, 25% more followers, and 4% more minutes created compared to the previous year. hmm So yeah, so I guess I can't complain about this year, you know. And yeah, hmm so if you're listening to it, thank you for supporting the podcast and stuff. I guess more uh, things that I like to do in 2024, but as I said, I feel so sick, bro. I feel so sick. I don't even know. Oh, so it's like it's one of those phases. So it's so this is the phase that I'm in now at the end of 2023. It's so interesting. So what happened is that I'm in the phase where a lot of my dreams can become reality. But, but when I get to enjoy it, that's the thing. Yeah. So that's the phase that I'm in now, where a lot of my dreams can become reality. But will I get to enjoy it? I don't know. Yeah. So I guess the last few thing is that I learned is enjoy family time. Enjoy the time you have with the family because we're not gonna be here forever. Enjoy the time that you have with family. Learn as much as you can. Also learn from your elders, bro. Because you never know. One day you might be an elder. So all these knowledge that they pass on, it will be helpful to navigate better. hmm And yeah, and also deal with the scams and frauds immediately as early as possible because you don't want to actually wait until it's too late. So once if you feel that you have been scam or fraud, deal with that immediately. That is something I learned this year. Hmm. Yeah. So basically, summing up this year, mm, I guess the next thing before I sum it up, I guess the next thing is what I actually seen is, after a scene of I could actually put this in a bucket list in a scene of president get kicked off social media and get then being placed back on it. The former president Trump is back on social media again and stuff. So it's like I've actually witnessed 2020 and witnessed his return as well. So it's like, yeah, yeah. So it's like there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of records that I've broken in my life, bro. A lot of records. Mm, mm. So yeah. So I guess in that 2023, it's not in it's not ending the way I thought it. No, because what happened is that I'm getting older, and what happens is that I'm dealing with so many people now that has a very different mindset than me, and it's you go to work and you just want to get the money and stuff, and you just have to keep dealing with people with these different mindsets, and it's like you have to be like, oh my god, you know, we just here to get the money and stuff, yeah, but you're not in that position where you can basically be like, yo, this is not, this is not, so it's like, yeah, this year hasn't gone according to plan. This year hasn't gone according to plan at all. But since I made to this year and then 2024 coming up, I guess I can't really say it's a 2024 goal, but I know the goal that I want to work towards now, where basically I have the luxury to just chill by myself and whoever I want on a one-on-one basis or stuff. The group thing is not for me. Because what happens is that when you're in a group, you're out there, different egos that try to prove something or something. I'm more, what I learned so far that, ideally, if I'm dealing with someone, a partner, or anybody, deal with them one on one, where basically I can just chill and just get the thoughts across and just and that's ideally what I'm working towards. But not only that, what I realize that even though I want that as well, the frustrating thing, work at work, going to work and deal with someone younger, dealing as to a coworker was that you can have that and stuff, but if a person don't respect your opinions, it really is a cry on deaf ear, and it's one of those things where I guess going to 24, I just want to recognize that and try to just avoid it as possible. Where basically be like, yo, just check to see if the person will value your opinion. If not, just basically just move on and be like, yo, you're not going to respect my opinion anyway. You just keep it civil and just move on. Because, trying to explain something to you, it's not going to make any difference. It's like one of those stuff that I'm going into 2024 with God's willing. You'll be like, yo, yeah, yeah, I'm really actually tired right now. So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for making this end of 2023. 2024 can be better for you. But it's going to take actual work for it to be better for me. Yeah. So that's basically for this episode. Thank you for listening. I look forward for the next episode. Mhm. forgot to mention as well. So now, as mentioned, I got the new phone and stuff. So what I actually start doing now, I get back into the mobile games and stuff, and there's few mobile games that I usually play. But so I remember from way back when I have no YouTube channel. So something to look for in 2024 is actually me starting up the YouTube channel again. Maybe mobile games for now. Just get it started. Just to get in the groove and then eventually upgrade. But yeah, yeah. So that is actually going to get excited to look forward to. The next thing is 2024. Now looking to start to drive more, drive, drive more. hmm Getting the income and stuff like that. Looking to start drive more in 2024, and then not only that in 2024, look to do my maybe the first of many travels. First of many travels across the world and all those stuff. Yeah, so that's that's so yeah, so 2023 ending, but there's some goods that I can actually take away from 2023 going to 2024 that could be possible. And also again, credit card is active. Unfortunately, actually I lost this. So I have to actually get a replacement, and that is actually costly. But also 2024, what I'm looking into is actually open as much as the bank accounts as I can, just to get it out of the way and stuff. Because ideally, so how would I think about it is that, given that I retire, I should just basically have a lot of money just stored up all these places and invest in all these stuff. And so what happens is that the credit cards can have all these rewards. You can get all these rewards and stuff on the credit cards. But what I learned, from the first experience is that you can just basically come out and from what I learned basically from losing the credit card is basically you just can't out here just go and not you can't make a purchase when you're not in a financial situation to make the purchase because there's a lot of unexpected costs that just comes out randomly, and then when you have a loan to pay back, and then this credit card loans interests are very high, so you can't out there taking these types of risk. You don't want to be out there taking these types of risk. So um ideally the bank accounts will just be for just to save as much of the income as I possible, and then eventually after, then I'll look into getting the credit cards, because what happens with the credit cards is you have to pay annual fees and stuff, so it's not cheap. It's not cheap to actually own a credit card, but the rewards can be good. Yeah, so you have to do thorough planning. So yeah, so 2024 there are certain bright things I can look forward to, like the YouTube channel coming back up and all those, and driving. Maybe by the end of the year, travel somewhere, and yeah. So it's like, yeah, 2020, 2024. I have certain things to look forward to. So just me to execute the plan. Yeah, that's basically it for this episode. Yeah, thanks for listening. I look forward for our next episode. I look forward for 2024. Yeah, 'cause by the time I release this, it'll basically be 2024 by the next year or such. Alright, so that's basically it. Thank you for listening, and have a happy new year. Mhm. Okay, something that I also forgot to mention was like for Christmas, I actually worked on this Christmas. So, let's from the previous episode talk about holiday pays. If you work on holidays, you actually get double pay. So that was something good. I can read from that. Yeah. So um, you know, this episode kind of started a lot pessimistic because of how I was feeling, but 2024 can really be a great year. A great year. I guess what I have to do with 2024 is a lot more planning. So I did a lot of learning. I learned a lot. So just me doing better planning so I could execute better. That's basically what I should do in 2024. Just execute better. Yeah, so like cooking, I'm supposed to be do way better cooking coming 2024 and stuff. And should by the end of 2024 be able to afford a monthly grocery. Um simply. So and yeah. So with the pandemic kinda over, like it's it's back to the normal life. So like what happened was that you have all these lockdowns and stuff. So that those lockdowns actually gave me time to actually do a lot of these podcast stuff. But back to normal life now. I'm just restricted to like a day or two, the day offs, because I'm actually working now. Yeah, so it's like I have to find better way to actually do these stuff as well. Because now once you're working, you want to work. Once you're working, you have your own dream as well that you want to accomplish. So you have to find time for that as well. So it just me have to find time to actually do that as well. Coming 2024. And also what happened was ginger. So it's Christmas, and one of the things that tradition where I grew up is to make sorrel with ginger. And luckily I actually harvested some ginger and it was successful. So I actually just reaped that, and then I just replanted some of the stuff to see. I don't know, maybe get some more next year by next year, Christmas time again. Yeah, but that's why you have to really do it, and I try to do some more planting because ideally, what would happen is that I want give it by end of next year, I should be way better at this farming, understand basic stuff to know that okay, if I actually do this, this will happen and stuff, like, and do some more effective things as well. So it's like, yeah, so 2024, I guess it's a lot more work, but a lot more rewards to be gained from the work. But a lot more obstacles that I have to deal with, different personalities and all those stuff. That is because you reach a phase in life where you're dealing with younger people. So you're not the younger person anymore, you're the older person. And what you realize is that you're mature in certain stuff, but they will not understand that level of maturity because different phases of life. So you have to just be like you have to learn how to actually accommodate that. And then you have some people that just basically stuck in their ways as well. So it's like it's 2024 and beyond is going to be a weird. Well, and beyond it may not be weird, but the thing about it is that the one weird thing is that if a person doesn't want to learn, because they like for example a pandemic, something like a pandemic will come, and the pandemic is gone, and with the pandemic gone, everybody will just revert back to their basic ways. Nobody will say, okay, let me just try to invest more in my health and all those stuff. Let me learn more about these stuff. No, what happens is that the pandemic gone, everybody forgot the lessons from it. And then what will happen is that the next pandemic will come and it'll just be basically the same thing. Like scare because most of the people aren't informed of the stuff, they will be scared when something comes out, and then we'll make all this rush or a big rush or maybe irrational moves that basically slow down the world for like many years again. As that because what happens is that you go through something traumatic and then you survive it. Because you survive it, you say, you know what? and you don't learn from the lesson. You don't learn from the lesson. You just go back to your normal ways. So it's like, yeah, it's it's a weird phase. And the thing about this weird phase is that it's me have to tackle it. There's no, I can't go and say, oh, yeah, me first help me tackle it or something. No, it's just me have to actually go out and tackle it on my own. And it's like that's the weird part about this phase. Yeah, so yeah, I guess what basically is this episode is saying, 2024 can be a great year, but a lot more great obstacles to deal with. A lot more great obstacles. But if those obstacles are actually overcome, bruh, by the end of 2024, starting 2025, damn, bro, it would be a totally different life. Totally different life. But have to execute. So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for listening. I look forward for the next episode. Mhm. Oh, another thing as well. So, yeah, so what happened is that I actually made some drinks and stuff, and if I mentioned and I mentioned before that the company gave us some cake. So actually, due to where I was working, I actually saw someone again that I knew from university days. Met them at my workplace and we reconnected and stuff. And what happened is that eventually, I had the opportunity to actually um be more giving this Christmas. Because as they're coming from being poor, giving is something you just can't. You have a very scarcity mindset. But now I reached this far where I could be more giving and more open to different stuff. Just for it. So I made some drinks and I had some cake and I just gave it as a gift because this is the season of giving. And if you want to, I say you want to break cycles, you want to break generational cycles and stuff like that. So you can't do things that you have to do different stuff to get different results. So giving is something that I would not do normally. So I have to do something different to get a different result. What will happen? You know, um, what will happen is that maybe this will be the start of me doing more giving stuff. I'm introducing more in social stuff, more social stuff. This could be the start of me doing more social stuff. Yeah, so I had to do it. I it's not saying something that it was forced. It's something that actually I wanted to do or have the ability to, and I say, you know what, I'll actually do it, and I actually do it, and it's like, yeah. hmm So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for listening. I look forward for the next episode. hmm
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.